For the past 7 years, Africa's Business Heroes has searched across the continent for entrepreneurs building Africa's future. Not just businesses, solutions, new markets, new possibilities. ABH exists to identify, support, train, fund, and spotlight African entrepreneurs whose work can inspire millions more. Since 2019, the program has grown into one of the continent's leading platforms for entrepreneurship, bringing together founders, judges, partners, and ecosystem builders from across Africa. Over that time, ABH has supported and spotlighted 70 Africa's business heroes from across the continent, providing over $10 million in grant funding, exposure, and support to founders building solutions at scale. Now, in its 8th edition, the mission matters more than ever, and more founders across Africa are building businesses that deserve to be seen.
I've been part of ABH since the beginning, and seeing it evolve over the last 7 years, I think this is year 8 now, has really been inspiring. From the first time the competition was held to even 2 years later, the caliber of entrepreneurs shifted, the community has grown. We have seen a huge interest from entrepreneurs that didn't think that they would be classified as heroes.
Over the last 8 years, we've thankfully been able to attract an increasingly large number of applications from across the continent. But the numbers in itself don't matter. What I care about is our ability to find the right founders.
So this year, ABH went out to find them. That is where the roadshow begins, as a search for the founders defining Africa's future. When the 2026 call for applications opened on March 3rd, the team began moving. In 8 weeks, they reached 7 countries through founder sessions, ecosystem meetings, partner events, and one-on-one conversations, meeting thousands of entrepreneurs along the way.
The Africa Business Heroes Roadshow is really a chance for us as a team to really understand the context that African entrepreneurs are operating in. This better helps us to evaluate the businesses, to understand how we can provide them with support, and also to build relationships with local ecosystem players.
We understand Africa is very diverse. Entrepreneurship differ from country to country. So going there physically, it really helps us to directly connect and listen to the realities on the ground.
Presence matters. It was a way of sending a strong message that ABH genuinely cares about meeting entrepreneurs where they are.
The roadshow gives us that opportunity to go to different parts of Africa, meet entrepreneurs who will be a great fit for our competition, and share with them about Africa's business heroes, but also start creating community in the different markets that we visit.
For me to be on this roadshow, it's an opportunity for me to experience the heartbeat of African entrepreneurship beyond the reports, application, and online conversations.
As the team moved from country to country, another pattern emerged. Behind every successful founder was a network of people working to create the conditions for entrepreneurship to thrive. The ecosystem builders.
We bridge the gap between the startups and other ecosystem stakeholders. We work closely with corporates, we work closely with the government, ministries, and hubs together to ensure that we are able to support startups and build an inclusive startup ecosystem.
The same story was unfolding in Zambia.
I think there's a lot of space for entrepreneurs in Zambia. A lot of big companies we have are foreign-owned, but we know our country better, so we know where the gaps are.
Across the roadshow, we met founders in agriculture, manufacturing, healthcare, fintech, logistics, fashion, education, and climate, holding the same belief that African businesses can solve African problems and reach the world.
My name's Jess Rousas, and I'm one of the co-founders of Blue Lever Education. Blue Lever is an education startup focused on developing artisans for the African continent. Our core purpose is to empower artisans with skills for the future. And this is crucial to our development because artisans are people who build the future of this continent. In South Africa and across the African continent, we have a growing youth population. We know that we're going to have the largest workforce in the world very soon, and that these young people need to be meaningfully engaged. Something that will help me in this ABH journey that I'm really excited about is the ability to connect to other entrepreneurs, to mentors, and to people that are doing incredible and exciting work across the continent. This is something that I'm really looking forward to and that I think will really enrich the work that I do and add a huge amount of value to our work.
I realized that the recent research was showing that in Rwanda, we had 18% of the girls and women missing school or work because they can't afford to buy menstrual products. My name is Brandine Muziranenge. I'm the founder and CEO of Cosmotive. At Cosmotive, we make affordable menstrual products, give health information for women about their menstrual and reproductive health, and we empower women for menstrual equity. For ABH first, I really enjoyed all the support I got previously, the exposure, the credibility that I got being just on that platform, but also the network, the resources. The richness in the network of these finalists is really big, but also a big network of potential investors or partners outside the finalists.
My name is Affiong Williams. I'm the founder and CEO of Real Fruit. Real Fruit is Nigeria's largest dried fruit company, dried fruit processing company. We were founded in 2012 and built the market for dried fruit in Nigeria. It became important to me, the idea of how business can drive a lot of impact. And it just dawned on me that I could be the entrepreneur myself, kind of take the driver's seat. Post-harvest losses in fruit start at 40% up to 80%. We convert all that fruit into snacks that we sell to, that are now in supermarkets in Europe, in America, even in South Africa. We create over 400 direct jobs. We have a lot of indirect jobs. We are trying to prove out this circularity model and just show that there's a path to companies being more climate-minded that is good for business, good for the environment, good for people, good for job creation. I applied first, I actually went to Czech in 2022. I didn't make it, anywhere. And I thought, okay, this is not for me, meaning that I probably thought my business was not as maybe innovative, etc. So I didn't really consider it again. But then it kept coming up. My friend who was one of the winners 2 years ago, I believe 2024, Ikpeme Neto from Wella Health, I reached out to him. I said, I've been thinking about this thing and I don't know, is it my business? And he's like, no, that he thinks I should really take it seriously and consider applying, because it's about the entrepreneur. And I was like, and he's like, I think you have a good track record for what the organization is looking for. So after having a talk with him and understanding, changing kind of my mindset around, okay, I thought it was about my business. I then said, okay, I'll apply again this year. And then, that's when I decided to kind of take another shot.
Founders who had doubted whether they qualified. Founders building quietly, without visibility. Founders who just needed to be seen.
During my trip, I met this founder. Her name is Gladys Mwamba. She reached out a last minute. It was already getting late at night. And she was like, if you allow me and you give me a few minutes, I'm happy to meet you. Even if it's late, I'm happy to drive. She was 2 hours drive away from where I was staying. This really showed me something that the founders that we have in Africa, they are really willing to do anything for them and for their businesses to feel seen. After the session, I had so many founders reaching out to me, a one-on-one conversation. They're like, we didn't really know about the program, but we are glad that you came here. And this is actually giving us the motivation to apply.
One assumption that people still have is that African startups are concentrated in major cities or industries. But on this trip, we witnessed innovation everywhere in agriculture, education, manufacturing, and creative industries.
If you look at the entrepreneur ecosystem in Zambia, is that it is very positive, is that there's been a lot of growth in the past 5 years. Access to finance is one of the biggest challenges that enterprises do have. And any support that comes in that way will speak to the growth of the sector.
Across markets, founders repeatedly spoke about the same challenge: access to networks, visibility, capital, access to opportunities beyond their immediate markets.
What surprised me the most is the scale of innovation in the markets that we visited. Founders who are creating solutions that are solving deeply personal and community-driven problems.
Across Africa, past heroes show what can happen when a founder is seen, supported, and connected to the ABH community.
There are so many opportunities that ABH has presented. Some of them, the networks that I was able to create around ABH, it gives you networks beyond countries, and you get friends who really resonate with your day-to-day journey as an entrepreneur. Without ABH, there is a big part of visibility I wouldn't have gotten as a founder, and our business wouldn't have gotten as a business.
The best part of being an ABH hero, number one, is the community that you get interacting with top heroes from different markets in Africa. Number two is the validation that you get from people outside here. ABH helped me in building my confidence on getting on a stage and learning how to pitch in front of people, learning how to tell my story for my business.
It all started in my garage, trying to find solutions for my own daughter, where I built one piece of equipment at a time. Now making tens of thousands of units, providing equipment into government and the private sector and into other countries in Africa, into India and Europe. ABH, it's been amazing in that every step we took was a learning experience.
This collaboration opened doors for startups to not only get funding, but to get mentorship, to get opportunities, to also get trainings.
We have a deeper and better understanding of the realities of building on this continent. And number two, it would mean that we're engaging with key ecosystem players, incubators, accelerators, investors, government entities across the continent who can help us amplify our call for applications. And three, it would be that people that we've met on this roadshow, eventually a few would definitely make it to the stage in Kigali. I think that would be a full circle moment and would be really inspiring to see.
When applications closed, more than 24,000 entrepreneurs stepped forward. Proof that Africa's entrepreneurial future is bigger, more diverse, and more ambitious than ever before. But beyond the numbers, the roadshow built something equally important: relationships, trust, and stronger connections between ABH and ecosystems helping entrepreneurs thrive.